I'm Paige, 35-year-old full-time housewife. Last year, I got married to my husband Jonathan, who's 3 years older than me. I met Jonathan when I was still working full-time. Ever since we worked on a project together, we hit it off. From there, we started dating, and that brings us to today. Jonathan works at a pretty big major company, so after we got married, I quit my job and I became a full-time housewife. When we got married, Jonathan purchased a new house for us. To be honest, it was really sudden, so I have to admit, I was pretty shocked. And at this house, we lived together with Jonathan's parents, and that was how our newlywed lives started together. My relationship with my in-laws is great. Paige, the tea is ready. Let's drink it together. Yes! Every morning, I have tea time with my in-laws. This has become my daily routine.
Paige, have you heard about that new pudding shop that opened up?
What? Pudding shop?
Yeah, it opened up right by the train station.
Apparently it's a shop that specializes in pudding. What? I didn't know about it. Oh, well then, I'll go and buy some for you later. Really? You're always working so hard with the chores in the house. This is your treat. Yay! And in this way, I'm able to live my life happily with them. However, even though my in-laws are great... Coming!
What's up? Oh, you were drinking tea? Karen, we want to drink tea too, don't we?
Yeah. Sir, ma'am, and also Paige. Nice to see you as usual. That's right. The seed of my troubles were this couple, my brother-in-law Kevin and his wife Karen. These two, they come over to our house every day. Over the last 6 months, every single day. Every day! They both work in the hospitality industry, so the time that they come over is inconsistent. But every single day, they come over together. Wait, Paige, you seem to have a troubled look on your face. What? That's not true at all. I was doing my best to put on a happy face, but it's a given that I would struggle to do that. One of these days, I need to tell them firmly that it's poor manners for them to be coming over every day. Oh, that reminds me. Here, let's have this all together. As Karen said that and handed something over, that was... Oh, it's pudding! I went and bought this just for you, Paige. Ah, thank you!
Oh, this is it! The pudding by the train station I was talking about!
What? Really? This is it? You know, there are so many different types. I was shocked.
There were about 20 different types in total, weren't they?
20 different types? That's pudding heaven! But you know, getting every single type was a little much, so that's why we went ahead and bought 10 different types of... Well, today is just the best day! I wasn't able to say it again. This way, even though I am thinking that someday, I definitely have to tell them I don't want them to come over every day, these two were both good at being loving and thoughtful, so I still wasn't able to say anything. I mean, it's fine that they come over, but when it becomes every single day, you know, that's why tonight I was thinking about talking to my husband about this again. That night, up until now, I had tried to talk to Jonathan a number of times about Kevin and his wife coming over, but... Hey, Jonathan, listen, this is about Kevin and his wife, but...
Yeah? What about them?
They're really great in-laws to have, but you know, I was thinking it's a little bit hard for them to be coming over every day.
No, but, you know... How do I say this? Anyway, just try to get along with them.
Huh?
I'm sure Kevin and Karen just want to become closer to you too, Paige.
Huh? And in this way, Jonathan is always nonchalant about it and tries to brush it off. He only responds simply like this, and I was really troubled by it. And so, then, I built up the courage and I decided to talk to my in-laws about it. The next day...
Paige, is it time to have our regular tea time as usual today?
It was our usual tea time. Today, the wife next door gave us some homemade cookies, so why don't we have that along with our tea? This was the same scene as usual, but I was a little bit nervous because today I was thinking about properly talking to the two of them about Kevin and his wife. When I was getting married, I remember my mom told me, "Paige, you're a very smart and fast thinker. That's something that I'm proud of. But sometimes, how fast your brain moves can become something difficult for your partner to accept." Is that what it's like? Yeah, that's what it's like. And so, if you want your partner's parents to like you, you're going to need to hold some things in for yourself. What? Hold it in? Yeah, only a little bit. But if you think you can't hold it in any longer, then you should try and talk to them about it. She has said the same thing to me a number of times, so I was trying to hold it in, but when I held it in for over 6 months, that should be enough, right? It's not like I'm complaining to my father-in-law or mother-in-law. Sir, ma'am? What's the matter, Paige?
If there's something that you want to talk about, you don't need to hesitate. You can talk to us.
You're so kind. My father-in-law, mother-in-law. This may come across as rude, and I don't really know how to talk about this, but... What? This is about Kevin, his wife, Karen. What about Kevin? The last 6 months, they've been coming over to this house every single day, right? Oh yeah, that's true. And about that, well, because Kevin and Karen are both really great people, and I fully understand that, but when they're coming here every single day, it feels a little bit heavy. I don't know how to say it. But then, my father-in-law and mother-in-law started laughing. Oh, come on. I was worried what you were going to say. What? But it's a given that they should be coming over here, isn't it, honey?
That's right, Paige. You haven't eaten any pudding yet today, so maybe your brain has hardened a little bit?
Huh? What? Huh? But why? Coming! Just as I started saying that, that was when Kevin and Karen came over again, and that conversation ended up getting brushed off. A few months had passed since then, and as the day went on, Kevin and Karen weren't just coming over here, it was almost like they were living here. They would eat breakfast, and then go to work, and then come home in the evening or night, and then eat dinner, and at night, they would sleep in the empty room, not only preparing for their food, but their cleaning and their laundry. My mother-in-law and I were doing all of it, and this was too much. I couldn't understand. Of course, during that time, I tried talking to Jonathan about it, but as usual, he was brushing it off. And of course, I tried talking to my in-laws about it, but they would always say to me, "Isn't that normal?" And "They're family, so what's the big deal?" And the conversation would flatline. Well, no, it was more like a one-way street for me. And so finally, I decided to face them head on. That's right. I decided to say it clearly to the two of them themselves. I'm going to tell Kevin and Karen straight to their faces.
Oh man, lunch was delicious again today. Paige, your pasta is the best. This is why you're so amazing.
Oh, now that's... I know, right? This is why you're so amazing, Paige. I admire you. Paige, your pasta is more delicious than most of the restaurants in this area. Thank you very much. It's hard for me to say this. It's really hard for me to say. No, but I need to make it clear right here. Kevin, Karen, there's something I need to talk to you about.
What is it? Why are you becoming so stiff?
I'm going to build up the courage and say it. I understand that you like your family house, but why are you intruding here every day?
Huh?
Of course, not only preparing the food, but the cleaning and the laundry, my mother-in-law and I are doing it all by ourselves. What? To be honest, when it's every single day like this, it's troublesome for me. I said it! I finally said it! But then, when I said that, the two of them had a confused look on their faces, and so did my mother-in-law. But then... Hey, Paige, What are you saying all of a sudden? I really want to get along with the two of you, but I don't understand the meaning of you coming over to this house every day, even though we're not living together. But then, with the confused look still on his face, Kevin opened up his mouth, but what came out next was pretty shocking to me.
Paige, it seems like you might have some kind of misunderstanding.
What is it?
You're asking why we come here every single day, aren't you?
Yes, that's exactly it.
No, but that's because this is our house.
Huh? What is this guy saying?
What I'm saying is, this house is our house, so it's a given that we should be coming here every day.
But this house is the house that Jonathan purchased because we were getting married.
Huh?
Oh dear, my father-in-law just spat out tea from his mouth. Hey, what are you saying?
Paige, wait a minute. Could it be that that's what my brother told you about this house?
Yes, that's right.
Unbelievable!
My father-in-law, who had just spat out his tea, seemed furious. Wait, why? Why is this the turn of events? I'm the only one that doesn't understand.
Listen, Paige, there's no mistake that this house is my house, and it's a given, but I'm paying the loan on it.
What? What do you mean? Because Jonathan never said anything about that.
I think this might mean my brother lied to you.
But why? Hey, could it be that Paige doesn't actually know about that situation? I overheard Karen quietly try to whisper that to Kevin. What are you talking about? What situation that I don't know about?
Is it okay if I tell you? Have you heard about my brother and his situation with work?
It seems like another thing I don't know about is about to come out. Does his work have something to do with this? Jonathan works at a major company. What kind of secret does he have? But then, with her head in her hands, my mother-in-law started talking. Paige, could it be that you don't know that Jonathan had quit his job? Huh? It seems like she didn't know. What do you mean?
I think it was right before he got married to you. My brother, he quit his job.
What? Jonathan told us that you had already accepted that he was quitting his job. That's what he told us. What? Well then, where is he going every single day?
Who knows? We completely thought that you knew about it. And we thought that you knew about this house, too.
No way. But that means that I can't continue living here. You don't need to worry about that. There were some times that, to be honest, I got irritated that you seemed to misunderstand that this house was your house, but that irritation after this conversation has completely disappeared. Karen, she's so kind.
That's all right. You don't need to worry about it.
Kevin is also so kind. Oh my goodness, that lying son. What on earth is he thinking?
I can't believe that he would lie to his wife and to his parents.
I'm so sorry, Paige. My father-in-law and mother-in-law are also so kind, and yet, that bastard! When I was listening to these people, the barometer of my anger started to run. This is too awful! And at that moment, a certain question crossed my mind. This is a very simple question, but what is it? Our living expenses here. Actually, ever since we got married and I quit my job, what I was doing about the living expenses was that any time I needed anything, I would receive it from my mother-in-law, because Jonathan had told me,
From my salary, I'm going to be giving my mom the living expenses. So whenever you need money for groceries or anything like that, you can go and ask my mom for it.
That's what he told me, and so I did as I was told, and every single time I was receiving money from my mother-in-law, and I didn't know anything, and yet I was receiving money. That's way too embarrassing. And then she must have guessed that at that moment that's what I had realized. With a forced laugh, my mother-in-law said, The living expenses for the two of you, actually, we had been providing them. What? Does that mean that I was receiving money from you and from Kevin and Karen?
Yeah, that's right. because we didn't know anything either. So, we may have thought it was a little trouble sometimes.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine, because we were both being lied to, and we didn't know.
Are you serious? This is unbelievable. 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 So to all of you, I was the worst daughter-in-law, wasn't I? No, of course not. Not at all. You were doing everything around the house, and your cooking is also delicious. But I'm a grown adult and I wasn't paying anything for the living expenses, and yet I was sitting with you and drinking tea, and I said complaints like what I said earlier. I was truly so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do.
No, but there's nothing you can do about that, Paige.
I truly am sorry about everything, but even still, that bastard! What has he done? I was shaking with anger, and it seems like everybody else felt the same way. It seems like we should cut off all ties with him now.
Yeah, to continue fooling his family? That guy's no longer family.
I know, right? But also, he's pretending to go to work. What the hell's he doing?
Well, there's no way he's up to any good now. Probably. I know, right? What should we do? I decided to think a little bit, and then I came up with a very good idea. Everybody, for a little bit longer, can we all continue interacting with Jonathan the same as we are now? What? That's fine, but...
What? Then what are you planning on doing?
When the time comes, you'll understand. I hope you're looking forward to it. Well then, from now on, I'm going to make moves directly. First, I asked my mother-in-law to take care of all the chores around the house, and I began by observing Jonathan's actions every day. But then, my goodness, it all came flowing in. 2 weeks later. Today, as usual, my in-laws and my brother-in-law and his wife were all at the house. And that's right, today was the day to put my plan into action. We were all sitting at home, acting like nothing was wrong, and waited for Jonathan to come home.
I'm home.
Welcome home, Jonathan. Must have been a long day at work.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Jonathan plopped down on the couch like he was so tired, so I decided to go right in with it. What are you exhausted from?
Huh? What? Work.
Work? What kind of work did you do today? Hey, what kind of work?
Work is, well, all kinds of things. All kinds.
All kinds? You mean the casino? And also the escort lounges? And also, you're going to the horse races too, aren't you?
Hey, what?
So you think that I don't know anything, do you? I already know that you quit your job, so...
I know that too. Jonathan, apparently you told Paige that this house was your house that you bought, huh? What? No,
You told me you bought this house by yourself, but it's actually Kevin's house, isn't it? You giant liar!
You also lied that you were giving your mother money for the living expenses, and yet, us and Kevin are taking care of everything for you with your money.
Hey, because...
So, every day, you're pretending to go to work, but you're going to the casino, gambling at the horse races, and then on the days that you win at the slots, you go to the escort lounge. And that money, where is that coming from? You would tell me that there was something Paige wanted to buy and ask me to lend you some money, and you used that money that you tricked me out of, didn't you?
You said the same thing to me, that you didn't have enough money to buy Paige a gift.
Oh, you also told me that Paige was spending too much on living expenses, and so you asked me to lend you some. And I did.
Wow, you're the worst, that you would trick your family like that. Seriously? You used me in order to trick your family for money? You should be ashamed.
Uh-huh.
What on earth are you planning on doing after this?
Well, that's... I was planning on hitting the jackpot.
You're an idiot! Oh my goodness. At this point, There was no medicine to fix somebody like this. Paige, you should just kick somebody out like this.
What? Wait.
That's right. You don't need to hesitate for us.
No, wait, come on. No way. Because what am I supposed to do then? I swear I'll change from now on, so please forgive me.
Even though Jonathan had done something that was worthy of being disowned by his parents, he was still trying to beg. Even though he still hasn't said a single word of apology, I couldn't forgive him anymore. This guy's rude attitude and his lack of apology, no matter how you think of it, he was off the path of being a decent human being. There was no fixing him. I glared right at Jonathan and said, "Listen, as long as you don't think that what you're doing is embarrassing, you're not going to be able to change yourself either. First of all, we need to deeply apologize to your mother, your father, to Kevin and his wife, and immediately after that, we need to get out of this house. Do you understand?"
Understand? Well, then first thing tomorrow, we can go look for a new place together.
Are you kidding me?
What? Hey, wait!
Why would I be looking for a new place together with you?
What do you mean, why? We're married!
Huh? My goodness, I was so over it. Did this man just now try to say that we're married? Does he seriously think that I can continue being married to him? I'm getting a divorce from you.
What? No way!
From the very beginning, it was all lies, you know. There's no way that I can believe anything you say from now on, and I'm going to receive a full settlement fee, so you better be ready. That's right. You should definitely leave a man like that.
That's right. That's what you should do. It's pathetic that he thinks he's a man.
And hurry up and get out of my house!
But I would love for Paige to stay. In that case, can we just adopt you into this family?
I have nowhere to go!
So what? I don't care where you end up going, but you better pay the full settlement fee to Paige.
After you finish paying that settlement fee, you better pay back all of the money that you borrowed from us. No way!
And just like that, Jonathan was disowned by his family and he was kicked out of the house. Of course we got a divorce. Jonathan ended up riddled in debt to pay the settlement fees. Now he's living in a broken-down apartment alone and working multiple part-time jobs from day until night. After he finishes paying the settlement fee to me, he has to pay back all the money he brought from his family. And well, he is to spend the rest of his life paying back his debts. As for me, I decided to rent an apartment and live there with the settlement fee I received. I started working, and I'm enjoying my single life. That reminds me, Kevin and Karen and my former in-laws, to this day, we get along well, and sometimes we have tea or dinner together. I mean, really, without knowing it, I had caused them so much trouble, and they were taking such care of me. But Kevin and Karen and my former in-laws were still friendly with me after everything. Today, I'm going over to the house where Kevin and his wife and their parents live for the first time in a while. Paige, I made some pudding. Would you like to have some? Yes, I'll be right there. Nothing good comes out of fooling people, because in the end, the lie is going to be discovered anyway.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!